Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a quick look at the stories we're following tonight. Police are investigating a deadly shooting last night in Bay City. Officers responded to shots fired near Jan's Party Store on Garfield Avenue, finding the body of 25-year-old Taylor Law in the alley behind the store. The Bay City Department of Public Safety says Law was a Bay City resident. Investigators are looking at video evidence to determine who was responsible for this shooting. Bay City officials say this is another example of the uptick in shootings in the city. A contagious and potentially deadly virus is spreading among dogs in the Mount Pleasant area. Staff at the Humane Animal Treatment Society say a total of 3 dogs infected with parvo, one seen here, were dropped off at the facility. 2 of those dogs died. This one is still fighting. Warning signs a dog has been infected are lethargy, loss of appetite, vomiting, and severe, often bloody diarrhea. The state is reporting 739 new cases of COVID with 66 new deaths, 31 identified during a vital records review. Michigan Republicans are advancing a bill prohibiting state and local health officials from requiring COVID vaccinations for children under 18. They're also voting to ban governments from mandating vaccine passports, although neither concept is under consideration in the state. Democrats say the bill is needless and note that if the COVID vaccine was added to the list of immunizations children must have to attend school, Michigan does allow for exemptions. The boil water advisory for Bridgeport, Buena Vista, Tamath, and Albee townships has been lifted. That advisory was issued Sunday due to a loss of pressure and possible contamination. But after getting back clean water samples, that advisory was lifted. And now here's Brian with a look at our forecast.
Well, thanks very much, Meg. We, of course, dove headfirst back into summer weather across the region on Tuesday, with many of our highs getting well back into the middle and upper 80s. But unlike last week's stretch of very warm conditions where we put together several days worth of weather like this, instead, we're just going to continue our temperature roller coaster ride that we've been on since Sunday as we now look ahead toward the second half of the week. For tonight, we remain in this very warm and muggy air mass behind the warm front that came through over the course of our Monday. That is going to start to change when this cold front moving in across Minnesota, Iowa, and Kansas tonight eventually tracks in across the state late tonight and into our Wednesday morning. The front will bring with it a round of showers and some thunderstorms, likely some heavy downpours as we head into Wednesday morning. But the initial change in the temperatures is not going to be dramatic. There's still quite a bit of warm air on the backside of this boundary. It dials back by a few degrees, but the bigger change is a dramatic drop in the humidity. That, however, will change as we head then on into the second half of the week, when on Thursday, this secondary cold frontal boundary unleashes a surge of much chillier conditions that are going to drag high temperatures down into the 60s and even 50s as we round out the work week. As for the hour-by-hour forecast this evening, still looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies from 8 o'clock on into the midnight time frame. We'll stay dry through that hour as well. It'll be between about 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning when these overnight showers and thunderstorms start to roll on in. Some heavy downpours first impacting areas around Mount Pleasant, Alma, maybe even as far north as Clare, heading in toward the Tri-Cities around 3 a.m. with even some pop-up showers and even a storm around places like Flint and Cairo. Those will only become more widespread as we hit the early part of the morning commute on Wednesday around 6 a.m. You have to be mindful of some heavy downpours, likely some gusty winds as you're hitting the roads, or at the very least, likely some leftover wet conditions if the storms have already passed your area. By 9 a.m., just about all of the focus for the activity begins to shift into the thumb, hanging on around the Flint area and most of I-69. Lunchtime, showers and storms are history. A lot of us northwest of the bay by that hour already breaking into some sunshine. And then we all get there with mostly sunny skies taking over tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. Still warm, but decidedly less humid. So it's overnight showers and thunderstorms for tonight. Low temp around 65 degrees and staying rather breezy. We'll have southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then in the first Warn 5 7-day forecast, 81 the high for tomorrow, with the morning showers and storms giving way to afternoon sunshine. High of only 62 on Thursday with a bit of sun to start, then some rain rolling in the afternoon and evening. That rain carries on into Friday morning and a high of only 56 degrees. But we get things on track in time for the holiday weekend. Saturday, Sunday, and Memorial Day seeing plenty of sunshine. Highs starting the weekend in the 60s and getting back to the mid-70s in time for Memorial Day.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.